Hi guys! Alright, so today we are going to present to you one of the instructional design model, which is Dig and Carey model. Alright, so a little bit of introduction of what is it, okay? So first, it has a goal. The goal of Dig and Carey model is that to improve instruction by improving instructor. Alright, the second one is that it has a total of 9 stages of designing an instruction, which will be later on discussed by all of our members. And from these 9 stages, we divided them into 5 phases. Alright, namely the first one, design phase, analysis phase, development phase, evaluation phase, and the last one, revision phase. Phase 1, which is design, there's only one stage inside phase 1, which is to identify instructional goals. So what is the instructional goals? Right. Instructional goals are the information or skills that learners should gain. Alright? So the keyword here is that it's about the learners, not about what we, the teachers, wanted to teach. And then, how do we need to identify the goals? We can use 5 basics guidelines, which is the first one. We see the needs of this assessment. Alright? And second, the smaller goals inside the instructions. Third, the experience of the students. Fourth, the performance of the students before they even learn. And last one, the new requirements that the curriculum of education wanted them to achieve. The second phase of Dig and Carey model is that the analysis phase. Right? So what do they analyze in this model? First, they analyze the instruction analysis, and then the second one is that they analyze their entry behavior. What do they analyze in instruction analysis? Instruction analysis means they analyze the method of teaching. There are 3 things to consider, which is first, task analysis. Task analysis is to analyze process by process of skills that they are going to learn. Information process analysis is about the content of the learning. And third, learning task analysis is about the objective of using the skills or the instruction that we want to use in our teachings. Next, entry behavior. Entry behavior is about the students. It's about their demographics. Right? So there are 5 things to consider on the entry behavior. First, their current skill. Second, their current preference of learning method. Third, their current attitude towards the learning. Fourth, the instructional settings, or we could understand by where do they learn. Are they in secondary or are they in the tertiary level? And last one, the knowledge usage, where the students, where do they use the knowledge? And that's how we analyze, or we go with the second phase.
I will explain the third phase, which are development. This phase consists of 4 stages, which are objective, criterion test, instruction strategy, and instruction material. I'll explain the first and second stages. The first stages is objective. The purpose of this objective is to translate goals into specific and detailed goals, or to detailed objective. The function of these stages is to determine whether the objective is related to the goals. And it also focusing on lesson plan. After that, guiding development measure. And the last one is to assist the student learning effort. After that, the second stage is criterion test. The purpose of this test is to diagnose the learner's proficiency, to check the result of the learning process. The third one is to evaluating instruction. The last one is to provide progress documents to their parents and also to the administrator. That's all.
Okay everyone, my name is Afifa and I'll be explaining the second part of our third phase, which is development. So, the second part is instruction strategy. In this stage, we have our lesson plan outlined early on. It includes demonstrating the topics for the class, add-on activities, deciding the flow of the classroom and the session, and group work materials. For this stage, the delivery system in the class is based whether it is teacher-based classroom or student-based classroom. So the last stage of this third phase is instruction materials. In this stage, we have to make sure that all the materials are accessible and easy to use. We can also use existing materials, which is very encouraged. And exam papers or test papers are needed to be printed early on. That's all. Thank you.
Hello guys, I'm Afifa and I'm going to explain to you about the phase 4, which is evaluation. In this evaluation phase, there are two stages. First is formative evaluation. In this formative stage, we want to collect the data to assess the instruction. And in the formative, there are three stages. First is one-to-one. In this stage, we want to get the feedback from the individuals that have been taking the lesson. And from this feedback, we are going to ask about the clarity, the feasibility of the instruction. And then after that, we will use that data to repair the instruction. And after one-to-one stage, we will move on to the small group stage. In this group, we will ask the students in a small group, a focus group, and for 5 or 6 students about the instruction, whether the instruction can be used without the guideline of the instructor or whether the instruction is effective. And after that, we will focus for the fieldwork evaluation, whereby if the instruction can be used for the whole lesson, for the whole classroom. We come to the final stage of the evaluation phase, which is the summative evaluation. In this summative evaluation stage, we want to know about the effectiveness of the instruction. We want to know whether the instruction as a whole is worth it or not. So, it is done usually by independent evaluator, which can be the instructional designer. And also, it is done outside the whole process that we have been talking before, and it is done to know the worth of the whole lesson. That's all. Thank you.
Hi. Alright, it's me again, Mirza. Alright, so we are out to the last phase, which is the revision phase. So inside this phase, we are trying to revise all of the instruction that we have designed in the first phase to make it a better instruction for the future. So there are 3 steps in the revision phase, which are: first, we need to identify the weaknesses of the instruction that we have made. Second, we need to relate with the discrepancy that happens between the students and the instruction that we are using to fill in the gap that we have not filled yet. And last one, we re-examine the validity of the instruction, whether it is appropriate or not for the future users. So that marks the end of the Dig and Carry model. We hope you understand all of our explanation before, and thank you from our team. Bye!